Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, hi, my name is Monica. I like to post anti-MLM life and some true crime content here on this channel. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about 5 common ways that MLM reps manipulate in order to recruit, and also going off on a little bit of a pandemic MLM rant because there's some things that have been sent to me, some things that I've had sitting in my phone, and I just kind of wanted to talk about it because I feel like this is kind of the perfect time to be able to educate people. And also, just as a disclaimer, this video is for entertainment purposes only and just my opinions. On top of that as well, before we actually get into the video, there was something that I posted in my community tab last week, and it was about a Scientologist who is also part of New Skin. And I had asked if you guys wanted me to dive a little bit deeper into that. However, I decided I'm not going to do it because this guy is really, really deep in Scientology. He is a very large donor, like $1 million worth of donations to Scientology. So I've decided that because it's very easy to find people on the internet nowadays, I do not want people from Scientology coming from me. So I will leave a link to that article below. And if you guys want to just research it a little bit more, basically what was talked about in the article, he posted a video to Instagram and it was talking about how healthy people don't get sick. So, and I'm not sure if anyone has seen this circulating in the anti-MLM community, but I'll leave a link to the article below, which also includes the video. On top of that as well, this is just something fun that if you aren't following me on Instagram, you probably didn't see it, at Jersey Girl Texan Heart. I'll leave it somewhere on the screen. And my friends, because I guess you could say originally a fashion blogger. My friends who are also fashion bloggers, they tagged me in, it's called the Pillow Challenge, I think it is. And I decided to, and after I decided this, I looked at the hashtag and people have done this too. But because none of my pillows are big enough for this challenge, I decided to use a comforter. So I'll pop a picture of it up somewhere on the screen. So if any of you guys want to join in on this, just post a picture, tag me in it. I'd love to see if anyone else actually participates in this. I normally do not do these things. However, I thought it was kind of fun, and the 2 girls that tagged me in it, I can't really say no to them. So if you guys decide to do it, tag me in it. I'd love to see it. And I know that people are probably already going to start to make parodies of it and whatnot. But anyway, okay, let's get into the actual video now that I had that really long intro. So what are 5 most common ways that MLM reps manipulate you into recruiting? Because let's be honest here, not many people are trying to sell the product. It's mostly about recruiting because you make more money when you recruit people rather than when you just sell the product. So I'm gonna have some examples of this a little bit later in the video. This part is just to kind of go over the different ways. So the first one is, this isn't a pyramid scheme, those are illegal. Let me just say this real quick. Last time I checked, substances are also illegal, but people still use them. People can still find them on the street somewhere, okay? Or just because they haven't been caught yet, that's a better way of saying it. Doesn't mean that it's not illegal or legal or whatever you want to say. I gotta watch what I say on my channel so that no one comes for me and tries to sue me. But this is a narrative that we always get all the time, and this is a common way that people say, because I even asked, when I signed up to be a Beachbody coach, I asked my coach, hey, is this one of those pyramid scheme companies? No, pyramid schemes are illegal. Multi-level marketing is the way of the future. Multi-level marketing, you sell a product. That's what makes it legal, is because we have a product to sell. But when I went through my training, the emphasis was on recruiting. The emphasis was not on shilling the product, because I asked my upline, I said, hey, I'm not looking to build a team or anything like that, at least not yet. I kind of want to get my toes wet first and just kind of, sell the product first. And it was insinuated that I would not make that much money doing that, which is true. If you know my story, if you've been here for a while, for a few months, I was literally working for free and losing money because I still had to keep my personal volume, or PV. So that's something that we hear all the time, and I feel like a lot of times these MLM reps, they weasel their way around that, and then they'll try to say, well, your 9 to 5 is a pyramid scheme. Everything else is a pyramid scheme. Okay, it's not the same, first of all, because I've gone over this before. I made an entire video dedicated to talking about how who here has been told that their 9 to 5 is a pyramid scheme. This literally happens all the time. And on some of my not most, but more popular videos on my channel, I have had people comment on it and say that this isn't a pyramid scheme. Everything else in life is a pyramid scheme. So is it a pyramid scheme or is it not a pyramid scheme? Because it doesn't make sense. You're saying that we're not a pyramid scheme, and then the next second you're saying, oh, but everything in life is a pyramid scheme. So come on, stop contradicting yourself, all right? The next manipulation tactic, I guess you can say, is you could be the CEO of your own business. You can be a business owner. This is your small business, yada, yada, yada. Let me just say, when I was part of the MLM, they told me the same thing. This can turn into your own business. You're a business owner, blah, blah, blah. So I was made to believe that it was my own business. But reality check, it was not. Being a small business owner right now, it is completely different. So that is a way that they try to, I guess, make it seem like this can be your own thing. You do this on your own time. But really, if you've been part of the anti-MLM community for a while, or if you are an ex-humbot, you know that there is so much more time that goes into this than they let on. Because a lot of times they'll say, you could work this business of yours part-time, or you can work this business of yours full-time. But really, you can't work this business part-time. It is absolutely impossible to work it part-time and still be able to make money, unless if you have a ginormous downline. But at that point, if you're still working full-time, you cannot tell me that you have financial freedom and that you have your own business and you have all the money in the world or whatever, because why would you still be working at your full-time job? You know what I mean? The third one, this one really bothers me because I have a lot of friends that are moms, and even though I'm not a mom, this pisses me off for all of my friends that are moms. Don't you want to stay home with your kids? A lot of MLM reps say this to people, especially new moms, especially moms that just gave birth, and I wasn't aware of this in one of my videos because I've never gone on maternity leave in the US, so I don't really know how it works. Other countries are completely different, but some of you told me that sometimes, more times than not, there are women who don't get paid while they're on maternity leave, depending on how long they've been at the company, that kind of a deal. So they are the perfect target for this kind of a business model, if you want to even call it that. But they say this a lot. You can work from being home with your kid. Your kid was just born. You can spend all of your time with your kid and be able to work from your phone, work from anywhere. And then they'll also say things just, don't you want to be home with your kids? And they mom shame. In my opinion, they do mom shame, because there's nothing wrong with a mom working a full-time job and putting her kids in daycare or having a nanny. There is nothing wrong with that. If that's what you have to do in order to put food on the table, there's nothing wrong with that. Or even if you like having a career on top of being a mom, there's nothing wrong with that either. That is my personal opinion. It's sad because a lot of these moms, they fall for it because they do want to stay home with their kid. They want to get paid while they're on maternity leave. And the problem is that when you have a new baby, I've never had one before, but all my friends have, you do not have time. You do not have the finances to be able to dish out on a starter kit, to be able to have to keep a personal volume every single month. And that's the thing that a lot of these new moms, they don't take into consideration, because the upline will sell them the dream. They'll sell them all of these beautiful things to them, and they take their word for it. A lot of times when you're in a vulnerable state, a lot of times you don't think to question anything. You don't think to research anything, because you're taking someone's word for it. You see them living this lavish luxury lifestyle on social media. You don't know if they're actually living that lavish luxury lifestyle behind social media. Maybe they're actually financially struggling, but you will never see that, because it's fake it till you make it. It's a facade. That's just what it is. Financial and time freedom. I kind of already went over this, but this is actually a way that I was recruited into Mary Kay, one of the ways, because my upline at the time was talking to me about my student loans, because I had opened up to her and I told her how, yeah, I have a ton of student loans. I also have credit card debt, and she used that to her advantage. She said, you could have financial freedom with this company. You can make all this money and be able to pay off your debt and be able to do this. This will be your own business. You won't have to work your full-time job anymore. And then another thing too is they try to tell you that you're going to have more time to your family, which really, in reality, you're not. Because if you're working from anywhere, you are literally working from wherever you are. If you're on vacation, you're on your cell phone working your business and talking to your team. If you're out with your family, if you get something from someone on your team, or if you're trying to if you're trying to sell product to someone, you're going to be on that phone. When I left Beachbody, especially, when I left Beachbody, it was just like a weight had been lifted off my shoulders, because all of a sudden I had all of this time, because I was eat, breathe, sleep, Beachbody. That was my life. And I was still working full time, and I still had another side hustle. So I was literally working every single chance that I got, and I didn't have time freedom. I literally, from the moment I woke up in the morning to the moment that I went to bed at night, and I would go to bed really, really late, I was working my business. And the weekends and stuff, I didn't get time to myself. If I went to a family dinner, before I put my phone away for the family dinner, I would check it. When I went to the bathroom, I would check my phone. When we left, that's when I was back to working. And it's one of those things where you're not going to have financial freedom. You're not going to have time freedom. It's not in the cards when it comes to an MLM, unless you have a massive, massive downline. The free trips and the free cars. I feel like I'm basically just repeating what everyone in the anti-MLM community says, because this is a very well-known thing that they use in order to recruit you. Because who wouldn't want a free trip? Who wouldn't want a free car? Free. I have to remember to put that in quotes. Free trip and free car. I mean, I remember when I was in Beachbody, when they started talking about Summit, I really wanted to go to Summit, but I didn't have the money to go to Summit because I was losing money with the MLM. And then on top of that as well, when it comes to the free cars and stuff, when I started Mary Kay, I thought I was destined to get that pink Cadillac. If you can't tell, my favorite color is pink, but I thought I was destined to get that pink Cadillac. I wanted that free car, but it's not actually free. The free cars are not free. You get a bonus check if you hit your rank and if you hit your numbers in order for them to make your car payment. However, if you drop rank, you have to make that payment. I don't know if they give you, because I haven't looked too much into it, I don't know if they give you like a grace period of 30 days, and then after that, I'm not 100% sure, like if you don't hit your rank again. But you still have to worry about that payment. And also, here's another thing. You take that car out in your name. So if you leave the MLM, guess what? If you got that white Mercedes that Arbonne gave you for free, you have to make that car payment by yourself. What if you can't make that payment by yourself? And they make it just, these MLM reps, they just make it look like this is, like I've said multiple times, a lavish luxury lifestyle. And the problem is that when you're in these private groups, they do not tell you how to achieve that success. They don't give you the tools to success. They don't give you tools that will actually help you in your business. They just keep spewing the same scripts, and they keep spewing that you have to recruit, because if you have a downline, that's how you're going to make money. Look at every single income disclosure statement that I've brought up on this channel, or any income disclosure statement that you might have come across. The people at the tippy top are the ones that are making the money because they have a massive downline. It's any rep that has reached out to me. I've talked about her before, but I had a Color Street rep reach out to me months ago. And she was telling me how she doesn't want to recruit people into her team. She just wants to sell the product because she actually likes the product. And she said that she's afraid the only way she's going to make money is if she starts recruiting people. And because she wasn't making that much from sales. So I sent her the income disclosure statement, and I said, it says it right here. You're really only going to make that money that your upline is talking about is if you get to that level. You're not going to make it off of just selling the items or whatever the products are in the MLM. Some bonus ways that they do this is they use religion, which drives me up a freaking wall, and I don't even practice anymore, but it drives me up a wall that I go on YouTube and I see a video where the girl is talking about how her MLM is kingdom work. Like, I talked about that a really, really long time ago. That was several months ago, but it stuck in my head. And the problem with them using religion to manipulate is because you trust these people that you go to church with. You go to church with all of these people. You trust that they know what they're talking about. You trust that they're not going to, whether it's on purpose, whether it's intentional or not, you don't think that they're going to scam you. Now, I said whether it's intentional or not because I do give the reps the benefit of the doubt. Not all of them are bad. Not all of them are actively scamming people. Most of them probably believe that they're actually doing good, that they're actually helping people to start a business or whatever the case may be. Are there bad apples like I've talked about before? Yes, there are. The next bonus way that they manipulate is fear of the moment, FOMO. That is, they make it sound like, and I actually had someone in my anti-MLM group ask me about this the other night. How is it like when they say, oh, I only have so many spots left, like, is that actually true, or are they just BSing? They're just BSing, because when I was in Beachbody, I said I only have 5 spots available for this challenge group, but guess what? I had more than 5 people in my challenge group. So it's just a way to create that fear of the moment. Or they don't encourage you to do your own research. They don't encourage you to, even if you say like, oh, I want to research this a little bit more, they will tell you every single narrative that they got from their upline, which the uplines got it from the MLM company. They will regurgitate everything that they said to try to get you to sign up, because as soon as you start questioning things, as soon as you start asking them the hard questions like, hey, can you send me an income disclosure statement? Not all of them are going to know what an income disclosure statement is. They're probably going to go back to their upline and be like, what the hell is this? Because I didn't know what an income disclosure statement was when I was in the MLM. I didn't know that until after I left and after I started becoming more active and more anti-MLM, I guess you can say. But those are just some of the ways. The next portion is going to be a little bit of a rant before I get into some of the screenshots that have either been sent to me. I'm sure most of you guys have seen it anyway, but it's going to be about the MLM reps that are using the pandemic and the way that the world is nowadays. I know that I said in one of my videos a few weeks ago that I wouldn't be talking about that and MLM reps on this channel anymore because I talked about it once, but I figured that this was the best time to educate people, because some of these MLM reps, they are so conditioned and indoctrinated by whether it be their upline or the MLM company that they're not thinking straight. And they actually truly believe that they're helping people. But I wanted to, if anyone is watching this who is not familiar with being anti-MLM, to anyone who has been pitched by an MLM rep and is considering it, let me just tell you, they're going to say that this is the perfect time for you to start your own business because you can work from home, and if you've lost your job or something like that, now you have a job. But let me just counter that a little bit, because this is the worst time. I mean, no time is a good time to join an MLM, but this is probably the worst time to join an MLM, because these reps are trying to sell the dream of being able to work from home and still have a job when so many people have been laid off. But think of it this way. All of these people have been laid off. Where are they going to get their money from? Because their unemployment isn't going to be the same amount that they were getting while they were actually at the place that they were working at. So there are people out there who are really truly hurting for money. So first of all, don't put a starter kit on a credit card. Please do not max out your credit cards for a starter kit. I made that mistake, okay? Please do not do that. Number two, if you think about all these people who lost their jobs, oh, and the reason why I said the maxing out the credit card thing, because if you tell a rep that you lost your job and you don't have the money right now, they're gonna tell you to put it on a credit card. So that's why I mentioned that. But let me just ask you real quick. The people who lost their jobs, are they going to buy overpriced MLM products from you? Are they going to buy shampoo from you when they can easily go to any drugstore or grocery store and buy the cheapest one that they can possibly get because they don't have money? Are they going to be buying supplements from you, or a workout program from you, or I don't know, nail stuff from you like Color Street? They're not going to be buying these things from you. So you're not going to be making any sales. And on top of that, if you have no sales coming in, most of these companies, I've had people argue with me that some of these companies don't have a personal volume. So let's just say that some of them don't have a personal volume, but you have to be but you have to be a walking advertisement. Sorry, I can't talk today, as per usual. You have to be a walking advertisement for this company. So even if you don't have to keep a PV, you kind of do. So if you're not having money come in from sales, how are you going to keep your own personal volume in order to stay active in the company? So that's another thing to think about, because really the only way that you're going to make money in this situation is if you're recruiting people. And guess what? A lot of people are smart enough to understand that this is not the time to be investing in something. Investing, I use that term very loosely with this, but this is not the time to be doing that. If you want to take a look at small business owners, we live in a resort town. The amount of businesses that are closed that this time of the year is when they start truly thriving, these people are closed. They have no income coming in. And even though one of our businesses is considered essential, eventually, when more people start getting laid off, they're not going to have money to be able to go get their car fixed, or they're not going to go get their oil changed. They're going to go on YouTube and try to see if they could figure out how to do it themselves. Regardless of if they're going to do it wrong or not, they're still going to try it because they're not going to have money to have someone else do it. So that's something that we know is a possibility. For small business owners at a time like this is a time of the unknown. So for MLM reps to say this is the perfect time to start your business, this is the perfect time to try to shill these products, it's not. It's never a perfect time, but especially right now, it's not the perfect time. So that was just my rant about that, because I needed to get that out there. I know that I said I would not talk about the pandemic anymore on this channel regarding MLMs because everyone else is covering it, and I honestly have seen so much of it that I just can't, my brain is in overload with it. So I can't do it anymore. I can't look at this stuff anymore. But I wanted to say that in case anyone who is watching me who is still not 100% anti-MLM and they're possibly being pitched, hopefully those people come across this video and see that this is not a smart decision. So now that I have been complained for the past, I don't know, however many minutes, let's go over some screenshots that I have. This one really bothers me because they use God in their freaking pitch. If your why is greater than your fear, then nothing will hold you back from changing your life. I won't let fear stop me from being who God wants me to be. Okay. I want to help 5 more motivated people who know their why, because that is who will go far and change their life. Let me show you how this opportunity has changed an extra $200 a month to now making $2,000+ a month. Text opportunity to the number to start making money all from your smartphone. You can't make income claims unless you have a disclaimer on it, because guess what? You probably started off with $200 a month and now you're making $2,000 a month because you probably have a downline. Oh, this one really just, it made me giggle. Look, I get it. Before I joined this business, I never imagined myself as being one of those girls. I was afraid of the unknown. I didn't know if I would be successful, and I had no experience. I took a chance. You miss 100% of the chances that you don't take. Isn't that a quote from somewhere? I realized fear doesn't pay the bills, and I needed an extra income. What do you have to lose? Oh, I don't know, maybe a couple $1,000. When you join, you're eligible for $15,000 bonus, $150 shopping spree, personal coaching, one-on-one training, lifetime friends, incredible income, life-changing opportunity. Okay, so when you join, you should be getting coaching and you should be getting one-on-one training. That is usually what happens when you start a new job. You get training, and then if you have questions, you ask your boss for help. Duh, that's normal. That's not something that you should be eligible. That is something that should be required. Lifetime friends. I've talked about it multiple times on this channel, and I'll talk about it again. I made a whole video on the MLM sisterhood and how it's BS. Incredible income. Girl, have you checked the income disclosure of most of these MLM companies? And the life-changing opportunity part, that was the kicker, because guess what? Life-changing is going to be, you're just going to lose money. Life-changing is going to be, you're probably going to have to bother all of your friends and family. You're going to lose friends, because I did. And you're going to try to recruit your own friends and family, and then you're going to try to recruit random people, random internet strangers, which, by the way, that's another thing that pisses me off, is that I've seen this a lot, and I was actually told to do this too when I was in Beachbody, to sign up your friends and family under you as just a discount coach so that you could still make the commission off of them. And I have read and seen that some people have signed up their own husbands without telling them. So you're keeping 2 sources of PV in order to make a rank that you're not actually making money off of. Okay, because that makes sense. This next one, and this obviously grinds my gears for obvious reasons because of our CBD store and brand. The whole world has anxiety right now, so what's stopping you from trying CBD? Okay, you do not say that, okay? This is not the time to be trying to shill your product. This is not the time, okay? You don't sit there and you try to use people's anxiety, because guess what? CBD also doesn't work for everybody, and also, kind of sounds like you're making a little bit of a health claim there, but you shouldn't be using what's going on in the world today as a way to shill your probably HempWorks CBD, because most likely that's what it is. And if y'all have been here for a while, you already know that I have a personal vendetta against HempWorks. I cannot stand them. They are just, I have a story about HempWorks. So maybe one day I'll do a deep dive into HempWorks and actually look at the ingredients and look into their lab testing. I don't have the brain capacity for that right now, sorry guys, but I'll probably do it in the future. The next one. Okay, when is the last time you got a raise? $1, $2? Well, today I got an $88 raise. And when I tell you I cried like a freaking baby. And look at the rest of my family getting pay raises too. Why have you not joined our little fam bam? Okay. God knows exactly what you need and when you need it. I don't think I've ever struggled as hard as I am right now due to the thing that's going on nowadays, because my baby appointments are turning into phone calls and hours have been cut too. This income was once my plan B, has become my plan A for a while now. I have quit my part-time jobs, bought a new soccer mom car, paid $3,000 in credit card debt off, paying for bills and living my best life. This income that I'm able to make right now from my phone has not only helped me, but it has saved me. I couldn't be more thankful for this business than I am right now. Sorry for the extra highway noises, but literally I just had like 5 million 18-wheelers pass by. Sorry about that. Okay, this one, I'm pretty sure, this is gonna be the last one that I share. I'm pretty sure that almost everybody has seen this by now. I feel like it has circulated all over the anti-MLM community. But it says you can start a business at home starting at just $199. And then you have the tell me more or the I'm ready for this. And here's what I noticed that's happening to a lot of people is these MLM reps are starting to get kind of sneaky with it, and they're putting those question poll things over on the side where you usually tap when you want to skip the Insta story. So even my sister-in-law, she accidentally did it and she texted me right away and she was like, oh my God, what do I do? And I was like, just leave it. I guess just wait until they message you and tell them you're not interested. I don't know. But I mean, they won't leave her alone for a while until she probably blocks them, but it's worth a shot to just say that she's not interested. And then it says how to use your thing. You guys will see it up on the screen. Stimulus check, which before I proceed, I know that we're kind of allowed to talk about it now on YouTube, but I'm still not 100% sure what I can and can't say, so I'm just gonna not say the word at all, just FYI. So if someone tries to tell me in the comment section you're allowed to say it now, I'm not taking any chances. So they talk about the stimulus check and they say stupid, which says the stimulus check, go shopping, and then you have $0. The middle one, it says smart. Stimulus check, savings account, $1,200 in your savings. Now the third column, it says smarter, and it says to take your stimulus package and start a business, and then you're going to make more than your actual stimulus check. Let me just tell y'all right now, please stick with the middle column, okay? Try to save as much as you can. I'm not a finance expert, but please, in a time like this, try to save all of the money that you can. If not, spend it on things that you actually need. Try to minimize, and I know that that's hard for a lot of people, especially if you are a retail therapy kind of person like myself, because whenever I'm trying to cope with something, I tend to buy things. So I have been trying to keep myself busy to not buy things. So please be smart with your money at a time like this, because we have no idea what's going to happen after all of this is over. We have no idea if people are going to even be able to go back to work, because if these companies are suffering, whether they're small businesses or big businesses, if they're going to have to somehow recover, they're not going to be able to rehire their entire workforce. They're going to cut people. So you have to be smart about your money at this point in time. Like I said, I'm not an expert. This is just from my personal experience in the past with all the debt that I have had and have paid off. So I guess that's all that I have for you guys today. And I don't even know what this video is really about anymore at this point, but I just needed to focus on something. And I don't know, I'm really truly having a hard time coming up with anti-MLM content, so I'm so sorry if that is the only thing that you come here for. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's because of what's going on in the world. I don't know if it's because whatever the case may be, I don't know. So if you guys have anything that you would like me to look into, leave it in the comment section below, because if you guys have some ideas or something that you've been wanting for me to cover, let me know. I can't promise that I'll get to everything. I can't promise that I'll be able to, have the brain capacity to do some of it, but I'll do my best. But I guess with all of that being said, thank you so much for watching, and make sure that you subscribe, make sure that you hit the like button, check me out on Patreon or merch. Actually, no, don't do that, because right now everyone's Don't do that. Save your money. Wait until all of this is over. Sorry, I'm just used to that being part of my outro. But anyway, okay. This is Monica reporting to you live from a highway. Bye.